Hello and welcome to our first edition of Friends in the Kitchen here at Eve Galleria. Today, since it's the season, we are going to be making a special Christmas treat called Strufoli. It is basically a deep-fried cookie, honey glazed, and we're going to be doubling the recipe today because you're going to want a lot of them. Alright, so now we're going to start by putting some ingredients here in this bowl. We need 8 eggs, of sugar, 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, 1, the same for the vanilla. It's always good to pour over the bowl, just in case you miss. Now before we add the flour, I like to just kind of mix these ones up a little bit. Now we're going to add the flour 1 cup at a time. And usually when I do this, I find you definitely need at least 3 cups, and then the last 2 cups you just kind of put in and feel it out to get the right dough consistency. I also need 2 tablespoons of butter. Putting in our 5th cup here of flour. There we go. Now we're going to get our hands involved to really get this dough going. As you see, we got that nice, perfect, beautiful looking dough. It's smooth. That's kind of what we want. Just kind of keep punching it out. It's not too sticky. And you'll just know, you'll see, you'll feel it. Alright, and there you have it. That's the dough part. Now is when we take the dough and we're going to cut it up into little bite-sized pieces. So, now we're going to take the dough and we're going to spread it out on a nice large surface. Make sure you have it floured up so it doesn't stick. I want to just like roll it out into a large flat piece. And I'm going to use this rolling pin. I'm going to flour the rolling pin too. There we go. There we go. Alright. Now I need to go grab a knife. So now I'm going to take my knife and I'm just going to cut small strips down. Kind of get this first strip taken care of. Alright. Now we're going to cut our strips down even more. Little bite-sized pieces. I don't want to make them too big because once we put them in the oil, they'll expand. So I kind of like to make them into little pillows, I think they look like. Down to our last couple strips here. Now as we're doing this, it's best to start heating up the oil that we are going to drop these in. What you'll need is a large pot hot oil. This is the most tedious part of the process, but it's all worth it. All right, beautiful. Come on this way. Here we have our hot oil heating up. And we're gonna take this basket here and we're gonna fill it up with the little dough bites. And what you wanna do is kind of fill up the whole bottom surface. We're gonna bring them back over. Now we're gonna take our dough and we're gonna drop it in this very hot oil. It's important that you have the oil nice and hot so the cooking process takes place. But drop it down very slowly. So you can see the oil is at perfect temperature as it sizzles over. And what's gonna happen is as the dough cooks, it's gonna rise to the top. And that's how we know that it's working. Now as these are frying in the oil, you want to get a large bowl set up and put down paper towel in there so it can absorb the oil. Although the fried is delicious, we don't want all the oil in the ball bites. So now as you can see, these are just about done. They're a beautiful golden color. So I'm going to remove them from the hot oil with both mittens on because it's very hot. Kind of shimmy out the excess oil because you don't need it. Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. Go. And now I'm just going to carefully dump them here in this bowl. And now I'm going to go gather the next batch. Now we are going to move on to the honey glaze. Now we want about a cup to a cup and a half of honey in a small pot. I'm going to be honest with you, I'm kind of eyeballing it, and that's okay. You want to turn it on. I like to put it down to about medium heat. And you want to take it off when it's just under the boiling point, and you'll be able to tell by the consistency. It's going to be really thin, almost kind of watery, if that, and you'll know that that's ready. Honey is all ready, so I'm going to turn this off too. Perfect. Now all we have to do is just got to kind of take them out from underneath the paper towel, so it's just the balls in the bowl. And we're going to take our honey, and we're going to drizzle it over the dough. It smells so good. Now we're going to want to toss it, just like you're tossing a salad. Alright, now that these are all honey glazed, we're going to move on to our last step, which is the presentation. So let's go over here, take our decoration tools. I'm going to go with the red and green sprinkles since we have the Christmas theme going here. Dress them all beautifully. And there you are. And also, if you want to get really festive with it, you can make a nice little wreath. Down here at Eve Galleria, we are selling these beautifully packaged Strufoli. Look how nice that looks. Thank you for joining us on this edition of Friends in the Kitchen. Join us next week for something else delicious. My name is Loren, and I'm your friend.